Good morning, it's day 126. I am at the spring, which is right by the shelter, getting water. And this is like the last on-trail water source for quite some time, like 20 miles or something. So beyond this, it's just trail magic at road crossings where people might leave stashes of jugs of water, or a really long climb down a ravine to get water at a couple of spots between here and there. So I'm gonna load up on water. It might make my pack a little heavy, but I'm down to 1 day of food, so it should just offset that maybe. Should go with 1 liter in the bladder, and then I've got 1 3/4 liters in the bottles, and hope for the best. The descent part of this trail is really pretty, and I smell campfire smoke. And there's a little bit of haze in the air, so it must be nearby, but it seems too steep to be camping here. Yeah, that looks like fun.
Where are you from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
It's been mostly exposed today, ever since the river, pretty much. But one thing I gotta say is the trail club that maintains this portion does a really nice job of laying a flat path through the boulder fields. I'll show you. This has been fairly consistent since we got up on, I guess, past the vertical rock scramble up to the summit. I just hit the 3-hour mark on today's hike, and I've covered 5 miles. So I guess I climbed the vertical rock scramble out of Lehigh Valley or Lehigh Gorge, whatever. Took an extra half hour for that 1 mile, but that's understandable. It was quite the scramble. Probably the most technical, challenging vertical rock scramble of all the ones we've done so far. And all I can think of is Albert Mountain and Dragon's Tooth going the southbound direction being similar, but this one was significantly taller, like maybe double Albert Mountain and triple Dragon's Tooth. I don't know. That's just off the top of my head without looking at the actual stats. God, I hope there's Trail Magic stash at the road. There's a road in about a mile. I don't know what that is. Oh, the markings in this field around these power lines are really confusing. I'm assuming that means this is the trail, even though there's a rather significant gravel road that goes up to those boulders. This stretch feels like a reroute from what's on far out because my GPS is showing me off the trail, but I'm clearly on trail. I just saw a blaze back there. So maybe a reroute that's too new to have shown up on far out yet. It's just a little jog to one side. Right, we're at the road crossing, and yes, we have 5, 7, 8 gallons here and several gallons there, so great. I'm taking a break. There's a road behind me, and I'm surrounded by water bottles. Somebody has been kind enough to resupply water since this is a really long dry stretch, and it's a really hot day, but this stretch needs water either way, regardless. So I'm gonna have a snack here and drink lots of water, but not too much, and try to recoup before I get back on trail. So now I've started the ascent. It's gonna be really steep climbing out of this road gap and then back flat on the ridge. This is what it's looking like right now. I just reached the part where it starts getting steep. This is tilted upward at an angle. There's the blaze up in there. This is literally just straight up. Not a switchback to be seen. I'm glad we've been in the woods since my last lunch break. Those first 6 miles this morning, all being exposed, was just getting to me. So this is quite refreshing to be in shade. Well, I say in shade right when we walk through a clearing of sorts. But these woods have been really pretty since we got up out of the gap, and quite varied as well. Just taking a break, my second 3-hour break. Haven't even looked at the mileage yet. I think I'm at like I guess it'd be like a mile 12 potentially. Which would leave me with 4.5. I might be at mile 12.5 actually. I've got 4.5 left. Anyway, I should look at these things before I start talking. I'm taking a break and just contemplating the not so silent woods. because I can always hear vehicles and airplanes, and then whatever birds or other critters happen to be about. I gotta say, the current aesthetic of the woods, combined with the lighting due to the time of day, makes it very like magical right now. This, especially the soft, pillowy ground cover, and we're walking along a mountain ridge, but it's like flat as far as I can see into the woods in each direction, just about. So a broad, flat, long mountain ridge, and the trail is just like a straight line right down the center of it, pretty much. But you can see pretty far in places. In other places, it's kind of grown up. There we go. Shelter. Arrow shaped like a shelter. That's clever. Well, made it to the shelter around 6:30. It's about 7 now. I've just been sitting here recovering, really, from that walk. How's my hat? The next thing I need to do is try to figure out where to hang. There's not a lot of options around here, and I may have to go back up to the trail. This shelter is about 0.15 down from the trail, but it looked like there's much better camping up by the trail, so I may go check that out. But I'm gonna walk around here a little bit and figure out what there is here first. I heard voices, so there may be other hikers coming down, or they may have stopped up there at the tent. There's a tent site a little bit up the trail. I may go check that too.